Well, let's take a look at the melody here and practice section 2 of Ave Maria. So first off, I'll just play this for you. And that's our tune. So the first thing, whenever we look at a piece like this that has a melody and accompaniment, the first thing we want to do is to figure out what is the melody and what is not the melody. What is the accompaniment? So looking at the top notes right here, we have, this is a melody note. Those are the only melody notes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So even though it doesn't seem like that's good practice because there's so much space in that in counting, it's worth your while to actually play that, to take the time to do it. Doesn't mean you have to do it every day or a million times, but just do it a few times so that you know exactly what the melody is. Chances are you already know this because it's got words to it and you can know it's Ave Maria. And so you already have that in your head. Now whenever the rest of it comes in, we want everything else to be quiet. And so then when we're playing it, we can know, for instance, this note right here is higher than the melody note. This is a big high E, this would have a C, so it's higher, which means it's crossing the line into the melody range. Now if you don't take that into account, then you'll have 2. Same thing right here. This is a Christmas screen. We have the A and the B are right next to each other, right? So if we play that A too loud, it's going to sound like part of the melody because it's so close to the melody. So knowing what's what is job one. And then whenever you play it, make sure that you play the unaccented notes or the non-melody notes very quietly. So then what's your fingering through here? With the right hand, it doesn't really matter honestly, but just to say what I do, I go PP and then IA for this. But I think this might be in, I can't remember what comes before this, so I don't even know, but maybe an A right there, or either the M probably. So that matters less than the fact that this is loud and that these rest of these are quiet. So let's just go through and just take a look at what the left hand is doing now. So we have a C chord, right? Just good old-fashioned C chord into A minor chord. C, A minor. Now the pinky comes around for that G, and then open strings, slide or hop. If you keep the pressure on, we're gonna hear this squeak, and so you might just do a very quick little hop, or at least reduce the tension when sliding, and it'll squeak a little bit less. Probably. Oh. Now this is a little bit of a stretch moment right here, because this is the 3 on the D and this is the 4 on the G sharp. So if you're going to keep that, ideally this G sharp goes to this A right here. It's the leading tone. It's a half step away, 1 fret away. So if we look at our full bass line, we have C, A, G, G sharp, A. So it's really, the notes are very close together in the bass, and so we would like to connect them if at all possible. So keep that G over there ringing, the G sharp ringing while you play that D, even though it's a stretch, and then get off of it to connect to get to the A with C, and then we're back in A minor. again. And then put the G back down, but keep the A minor. So this is A minor with G in the bass. That's a G. And then we go up to this. Let's take a look especially at this. So we have our A minor over G right here. And then we're going into this. This is a D minor with the F sharp in the bass, or with the F in the bass. But all we have is these two notes, the F and the D, right? So as we do this, if we let go of everything and do it, it's going to be a hiccup. And we don't want that, especially right here. We want this other stuff that's coming up to connect really well to the stuff that we've already played, so that it feels like the melody's just been sustaining this whole time, even though it's long dead in the guitar. The way to do that is to keep the 2 and 3 ringing as you go over, and just leave them on there, and then you'll move them after that. So don't hop at the bar line right here. Erase that bar line. And then let go of them. And it's just a split second that would be an overlap. But just doing that will train you to connect those really smoothly instead of a big breath right there. So that is the section. One more thing I'm just going to mention here. When we're doing this, the accompaniment, one of the goals of the accompaniment is to keep the action moving while the melody sustains or has space, right? So that's one of the points is to keep the music going. One of the ways that we can do this is to think of the last couple notes leading to the first note of the next one. So these notes lead to that. It's not really applicable all the time whenever there aren't notes, but these lead to that and that leads to that. So then you can think of it this way, listen. And to here. And then here. And then here. And then here. And so it's just, and the way to do that is it's a crescendo, it gets a little louder, but really not very much. It's still quiet with the rest of the accompaniment, but just a little bit of a slight lean in. And also, this is just one more point on the accompaniment voice, it's going up and down. Never accent this high note. Whenever you see this shape, like never ever. That one even, like don't let those pop out. Like don't let it pop out. It's just not musical. Keep it, if anything, it's the quietest note of the bar. So that's just another note on accompaniment. All right, we've talked about a lot in this practice section here. Just for fun, I'm just going to play it one more time without all the gobbledygook on the screen. There it is. So beautiful. All right, see you in practice section number 3.